All right, you guys, this video is going to be a little different than my normal sort of like, camera gear videos and stuff. But what you're looking at right here on the table is a controller called it's called the GAMESIR Galileo. Here, maybe it works here. GAMESIR Galileo G8. All right. This is the packaging. This is all of the packaging that I just took this thing out of at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, because today is my kid's birthday. I'm recording this at 1:30 in the a.m. Today's my kid's birthday, and I've been trying to get this to work in the way that I need it to work for the last 2 hours. And so here's the thing. If you don't know what this is just a controller that you can use to play mobile games on, your device or like a small tablet or whatever. My use case is I wanted to be able to use this controller for Sony Remote Play. It's my kid's birthday. I'm thinking I want to buy him a PlayStation Portal, but he's 7 years old. If you know anything about 7-year-olds, you just don't know. Anything's hit or miss. So if he liked using this, that would let me know we can get the PlayStation Portal, all right? And so here's what I needed to do. I needed to, if you guys can see on the screen here, come on. On the screen here, I just want to use it to play PlayStation Remote Play. And so I should say this. The device picks up the fact that there is a controller connected to it. You guys can see that. I can control the smartphone from the controller. Also, what I want to also show you guys, and this video might seem kind of scatterbrained because I don't want to cut it. I don't want anyone thinking like I cut something out. So here is the GAMESIR app. And if we go into the app, you guys can see that that the controller that is connected is the GAMESIR Galileo 8. Can you guys see that? GAMESIR Galileo G8. All right. Also, the firmware is up to date. You guys can see that. No updates available because I updated it at 11 p.m. today. All right, that's important. At 11 p.m. today, I updated this controller. So there's nothing else to do. Also, my PlayStation Remote Play app is also up to date. So we go into the remote app, and then again, I just want to show you guys that is a PS5 that is being shown on the screen there. Okay. So remember, what I bought this for is to be able to play the PlayStation 5 remotely, the same way the PlayStation Portal or the PlayStation Backbone would work. Also, that I should tell you guys, is on the website, on Amazon, it says that it should work with any device that's Android 8 or higher. This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 that's running Android version 10. So there should be no problem, right? We saw that the phone absolutely recognizes the controller. The problem is that once you get into the PlayStation app, it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't work. Now you can see on the phone you can control. The connection was lost. The phone, you can see that it controls what it needs to control. Let's see if I can go back to home. All right, so on the phone, you guys can see that the PlayStation is working fine. The remote connection works fine. The controller doesn't work. All right, and so I did a lot of research looking around if there was something else that I needed to do. And it turns out that you have to put this controller in what's called PlayStation mode, I guess, because as a default, it's mapped to either Xbox or Switch. All right, fine. No worries. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you guys hear a bunch of footsteps upstairs, it's because my wife is getting ready for the kid's birthday. All right, so what they say, to put it into PlayStation mode, you hold down these two buttons here, and then this light should turn white. To enter PlayStation mode, hold these buttons down, and this should turn white. So when you put it in PlayStation mode, there it's blue. And so when you put it in PlayStation mode, it flat out tells you that you can't use the controller, that the device can't be used for this application. That's crazy. Why would you have a PlayStation mode if you can't use it for PlayStation Remote Play? Now, you guys heard me say that I had used it. You guys heard me say that I didn't upgrade the firmware on the controller until 11 p.m., right? And the reason that I updated the firmware at 11 p.m. is because at 3 p.m. I took this out of the box and I connected it to this guy. This is my S23 Ultra that is running Android 14. So just to give you guys a timeline, we received this thing on Thursday or Friday in the mail after we paid for it. We got it Thursday or Friday in the mail. I woke up today, and then at 3 o'clock, I said to myself, you know what? I better make sure that this thing works before my kid wakes up tomorrow and is disappointed. So I connected this phone to it, and it worked fine, perfectly. In fact, I kind of lost myself playing Madden with it. You know what I mean? Wasted like 20 minutes. So then I was just like, great, no problem, right? So then I came down here to make sure that this phone was working properly, to be able to use it with this guy, right? When I got that message that said that it didn't work with this device, I thought it was an issue with the phone, or I thought it was an issue with the controller, and so that's when I did the software upgrade at like 11 p.m. So after the software upgrade at 11 p.m., it still didn't work with that phone, and so I was just like, you know what? No big deal. If he has it and he wants to play it, you know, he can use my phone or he can use mom's phone. Go back to it, right? Again, I don't know if you guys can see that with the black screen, but that is absolutely the PlayStation 5. I don't know, but you'll see it once it connects. Go back to it to try to use this phone again, you know, to make sure that it works. All right, I'm not gonna cut this video, but it looks like the PlayStation is needing some more time to actually get into rest mode. So I'm just gonna kill this app real quick and wait a couple minutes so that it can fully rest. But now it's fully not working with this phone either, and that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's unforgivable. And we've done everything, you know. I even tried to go back to the default settings within the app. You know what I mean? Just to make sure. All right, so checking network. It just doesn't work, you guys. All right, and so here it is again, right? It's green there. So I'm gonna hold these buttons down until it gets into what's supposed to be like PlayStation mode, right? So it's blue there. And then I'm going to put it until it's white. It still just doesn't work, you guys. Like, I don't know what that's ridiculous. So this thing doesn't work. And here's the thing. One, don't sell things to people that just doesn't work. And maybe GameSir didn't design this to work with PlayStation Remote Mobile, but to say that there's a PlayStation mode kind of tells me that it does. And then once again, before I did the update, It absolutely did work. The second thing is, like, it's my kid's birthday, man. Like, I don't like making reviews for things that just flat out doesn't work, because it looks like I'm trying to trash a company, and I'm not. I'm not trying to do that. I would never trash a company flat out. But here's the thing, and here's the thing that makes me the most upset, because I have been accused of, being dishonest in videos, because I do make a lot of Sony videos, and I do make a lot of videos about Samsung stuff. And I have been, accused of being dishonest, even though you guys have heard me say this before. I've never made any money on this app, from YouTube. In fact, to date, I've been on YouTube for like 5 years. I just made $3.50. That's all I've made from this app, is $3.50. There is a creator on this app right now that has something like 350,000 views on his video about this controller. And at the end of it, he closes the video by saying, like, something to the effect of, he was never in the market for this type of controller that you connect to your phone and play mobile games. But then GameSir sent him this controller, and now because he likes it so much, because he's so impressed by it, he doesn't need to look for any more other controllers. Now, I should be fair to him and say that he did mention that the PlayStation mode wasn't working correctly, but I just feel like he needed to go into more detail. Like, hey, this doesn't work for PlayStation, remote play, and let those people know who might be looking for this to do that thing, know that this doesn't work. And so, like, that's my gripe with it. I don't want to say that he was flat out dishonest, because I don't want to be that guy. But it doesn't work for a whole like section of people, for a whole demographic of people who wanted to use this for their PlayStation. It just doesn't work. And I feel like that should have been said in the full review. And I've looked at other videos, and there's just no answer for it. So that's all I want to say about that. So don't buy this. If you were someone who's looking to, use it to play PlayStation remote. And here's the other thing. I don't want to just say that it is PlayStation remote, because I tried to use it. I just want to show you guys this too. I tried to use it to play like a different game in the game launcher, and it didn't work either. And so I just want to test this out real quick, because we said that the phone recognized. Yeah, it doesn't. Like, that doesn't work either. So I was just trying to see if like the phone would just recognize it as a controller to play any mobile games. But it just doesn't. So I don't know. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what it works for. So at this point, what does it work for? Right? It just doesn't work. Don't buy this thing. All right, that's the video. I'm not going to edit this at all. All right, bye.